Now, with many South Africans below the poverty line, Freedom Day celebrations have been bittersweet. Political freedom has not been balanced with economic gains nearly 30 years since the first democratic elections. And it was with this background that President Cyril Ramaphosa gave his keynote address at government's Freedom Day celebrations earlier today. A lot of promises made in the past and almost none kept. Let's get some reaction now from Axolile Notywala. He is from the Western Cape. He's the convener, rather, in the Western Cape of Rise Mzansi. Thank you very much, Axolile, for your time here on eNCA. I was saying to you earlier, do we even say Happy Freedom Day? Or, the word happy probably shouldn't, be joined with this day anymore because it's no longer that happy.
It is not a happy day. And if you look and listen even at the president's speech, it inspires no hope. It inspires no hope at all. It is a speech that is repeating and talking about the many issues that face the millions of South Africans today, whose quality of life at the moment is at the lowest, whose suffering is at the highest. So it is definitely not a happy day. We can and we are commemorating the 29th anniversary of the day known as Freedom Day, but it's not a happy day.
And as Rise Mzansi, I mean, you are now the new political kid on the block. You said the president inspired no confidence in his speech. What confidence would you inspire as Rise Mzansi to South Africans?
Rise Mzansi wants to build a South Africa that is safe, that is prosperous, that is equal, and that is united. Looking at the last 29 years, we see that all of this has been missing. And it's been missing, one, because the current caliber of leaders that have been at the helm of leading South Africa have completely failed. They have had no vision, and this is what we're hearing in the president's speech, that it is a speech that is based on no vision at all. And so Rise Mzansi exists to make sure that there is a vision, which is the one that I've spoken about. A South Africa where children are free to be children. We live in a day and age where children cannot be able to play anymore. Because of the violent crime, whether they are at school, they can't be free to go to a toilet. Children are dying in pit toilets. Women can't walk freely on the streets. And so Rise Mzansi exists to make sure these things are done away with.
The ANC has been governing for 29 years now. They've been at the helm. You think you can do this job? All these promises that you're making now, they also made. They also keep making. So you think Rise Mzansi can do it at a faster pace?
Definitely. It is not just about the people that are currently involved in Rise Mzansi now. We have begun a mission to make sure that we provide a platform for the many other dedicated leaders that are there, that we know exist in South Africa. Myself, I've been an activist and community organizer for about 15 years now, and I know there are many others that have been doing this work, that are dedicated and that are capable to be able to take us out of the current crisis in which we are in. That's what Rise Mzansi exists for. We want to provide that platform because there's no one person or no 5 individuals that can be able to take us out of the mess that we are in now.
What do you make of the president also saying that it cannot only be government that ensures that South Africans or all South Africans enjoy the benefits of freedom? There's also the responsibility by citizens themselves, the responsibility of the private sector, civil society. What do you make of that?
We agree, but we have not seen that being the priorities of the current governing party, in which the president is the leader of. That space has not been made open for civil society, for business to come to play. In many cases, that space has been closed. Civil society has been repressed by government. We know of many movements and many organizations and many leaders that face a struggle in terms of being able to engage with the government. So we do engage with, we do agree with his statement, but he himself and many others that he leads with have failed to make sure that's a reality. And hence I've been saying that Rise Mzansi exists to make sure that all South Africans are able to continue to build. It is not just having to win political power and be in parliament is not going to resolve the crisis in which South Africa is in. We need to make sure that communities, community leaders, civil society continues to be capacitated and supported to do the work that they do in communities to make sure that we are out of the crisis that we are in.
All right, Axolile Notywala, he's the Western Cape convener of Rise Mzansi. Thank you very much for your time.